Hello teacups, what's brewing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to be taking a look at Chantal's video dinner. Just a quick FYI on a few things. Number one, her stew live I've only seen bits and pieces of. So if she goes into details there that I'm not aware of, apologies. I've only got some of the information. Number two, what was it? Oh, a few people said my audio was particularly off in my last video. I say particularly off because my audio quality isn't that great here. And really I don't have the setup where I don't have an external mic, for example. But I had some problems with my last video where it recorded the sound. Usually I have it on the phone and then on the computer, but the computer recorded the system audio and not my commentary. So even though the quality of the sound wouldn't have been very good still, it meant that in my video she was significantly louder than me because I had her voice coming from two sources and my voice only coming from one. Apologies for that. I think I found the setting that I accidentally flicked off last time. It won't necessarily mean the audio is great, but it should mean it is at least a bit more equal. Apologies. Makeup today is the Natasha Denona Mini Glam because I was in a rush this morning. I overslept and had some errands to run. So very simple. And weird thing to tell you, but my house isn't haunted. I felt like I had to put this on Twitter. I had a few people ask me about it. I know I said it's the ghost. It's the ghost is basically my version of the word Beeson. It's, hey, something a bit weird is happening on camera that is not what it should be, and I don't feel like going into the nitty-gritty detail of why that is in this particular moment. So it's the ghost. The house is Beeson, okay? That door is slightly warped. Its default is to be open. I close it to try and prevent as much noise as possible when I'm filming, but the latch doesn't go in very well. If it unlatches itself, which it frequently does, it will automatically swing open. Yesterday, when the lights flicked on and off, we're trying to find what we think is a break in the circuit in the lights in the kitchen downstairs because we were having a problem with some of the electrics. And on the circuit breaker, when you flip it off and go to flip it on again, sometimes it doesn't stay in the on position. You have to do it a few times. That's what the lights were. It feels weird to say, by the way, my house isn't haunted. But I had a few people who wanted the story of the ghost, so I just didn't want to take that joke too far. Okay. That being said, let's get into the video. She does not look very happy. Can I just say, she doesn't have to come online, especially if she's not feeling good, but she does not look happy to be here at all. This is quite the change in demeanor. Like she can just not go online. I suppose with everything that's been going on, if she disappeared again, there'd be so much speculation. Maybe she feels like she needs to, but she's clearly in a bit of a mood here.
Oh, hi everybody. How are you guys? I'm using this dress as a nightgown right now because I just picked it up off my floor. Like, all right.
Oh. Number one, I mean, that dress isn't very old. I feel like at some point I saw her in her car with that dress and I remember thinking she looked very spring and it was pretty, if I'm thinking of the same thing. Like, pick up your clothes, hang them up. We were talking about the condition her pink dress was in the previous react, I think. And no wonder it's in a terrible condition if you're leaving stuff on the floor or wearing it dirty and using it as a nightgown. Come on, treat yourself better. Treat it better and treat yourself better.
Mary Jo, I'm so hungry. I think I'm hungry. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore.
We talk a lot about emotional eating and the fact that she clearly exhibits signs of emotional eating. But there is an example right there. So she said, oh, I'm so hungry. And then she was like, wait, essentially, no, I'm not. Am I? And then she was like, oh, I don't know. Because there's a few different things intersecting here. There's physical hunger. There's emotional, okay, fill the void hunger. And there's also, this is something I experienced after I had surgery, where your brain tells you, you should be hungry right now. Not that you are, it's not a hunger signal, but it's just the mental side saying, no, this would be when you would eat. And I think that's what's happening with her right now. I think like she's turned the camera on and her brain has gone, now is the time to eat. This is when we usually eat. Or she's not feeling that great and her brain has gone, okay, well, usually we eat when this happens and you feel hungry when this happens, even if she's not actually feeling it. So it seems like she's ordered food and she doesn't actually want it. So it's nothing new, but it was a very clear example.
No, I don't feel great. I don't feel great.
Maybe don't eat then.
Jessica, Natalie.
Don't eat if you don't feel great. You don't need to.
Eat. No, I have to call my doctor.
That would be nice. Please
now,
do.
Oh, I ordered a huge amount of food. I don't know why. I'm not planning.
Yeah, my question was going to be why. You're not hungry.
Place. I ordered baklava, chicken souvlaki pita, tzatziki and pita, grape leaves.
Man,
what
that is a lot of food.
I ordered so much food.
That seems unnecessary, especially as you're not particularly sure that you're hungry. But again, it ties into the, if I eat this, I'll feel better. So I don't think that's going to be true. I think she's going to feel more sick, because one of the reasons she feels sick is because she's eating this crap while on the Ozempic, and that's not settling well in her stomach. So, but again, this basic thought might help her, so of course she's ignoring it.
I'm going to eat till I'm not hungry anymore.
There was a weird pause there, like between eat and not hungry anymore, that made me think like what she actually meant was I'm going to eat till I'm not sad anymore, because that's how I'm reading this.
Yeah, I'll probably have poo-poos in the kitchen because I'm Marina.
Yeah, of course you will.
I cooked yesterday, that stew, but I don't feel good today. Like, I don't feel good. Like, I feel like I need to eat, but I don't know.
Well, you feel sick physically, you do not need to eat. So if you don't know, yeah, you probably need to eat, but for what reason? Address that. Man, you know how we all go, therapy. Therapy would be amazing. It's been a while since I've said it because I feel like we've been so far past it, but this would be a great thing to unpack with a therapist. This right here, this is the crux of the problem you're in. It's that food is the answer to every problem and every emotion.
I'm not high.
She doesn't look high. I don't know why someone thought that.
Well, the thing is, I won't be seeing anybody anymore. So
thank the Lord.
It's just going to be me. Getting back to focusing on myself. I can't really go into why, but mostly I can't get into something like complicated, you know. I have a life that I had goals I was focusing on, and I can't let anything derail me from that. And I just wasn't feeling well, and you know, so I just think it's probably better just to, you know, just to go back to focusing on everything else. I had my fun, I had my moments, and
can I just say I don't buy this for a second? I don't buy this for a second. Like, she decided to end this relationship in the same way she decided to end the relationship with her and BB. Yeah, and I realize the two relationships did not compare at all. Relationship is a generous word for what she's been doing the last few days. There is no way she sat down and carefully considered this and was like, no, I am better doing this. I need to be careful. This is not a great situation. It's leading me down some very unhealthy roads, mentally and physically. And I really want to make positive changes in my life. And is this a positive impact in my life? Which would have been a great thing for her to think. But I don't think for a second she did. Because the parts of the live I did see yesterday, she was talking about how this guy was gonna, like, his place was gonna be her second residence, and she was taking stuff over there, and you know, they were gonna have a conversation. She wasn't sure how much she could say, but there was a clear air of expectation in my last react when she was like, oh, and I don't know how much I could say yet. And it was almost like she was announcing an engagement, you know? And she clearly had the expectation that this was going to become more than it currently seemed to be. And that does not seem like that happened. I don't know if she built this up in her head and then she tried to have that conversation and got shot down. I mean, she's saying, I can't really say why. And I'm guessing because it wouldn't sound good. I'm guessing it wouldn't reflect well on her. We have been telling her, and a lot of people have been telling her it was a bad idea, which I think is one of the reasons she's allowed it to go as far as she can. Because not only is she going to do it because fuck you all, but also, no, this is going to be amazing. And oh, we could spend time together and it's so nice. It's so good when I'm there. And I like just being held when I sleep, which is not a bad thing to like. But it was never just holding with him, you know? Like the imagination of what it's like to be in a relationship and then applying it to this situation, which I don't feel was a great application of that. I think she convinced herself to kind of spite everybody. And now it's been a bit of a fall because it doesn't seem like he's felt the same way. That's kind of my thinking about it, but we'll keep going and see how she explains it.
That's that. Hamburger eyes. I wish I had hamburger eyes.
Please don't.
Oh.
That would not be the first step I would take towards self-care.
There's no breakup. I mean, I wasn't in a relationship with this person or anything.
No, you definitely weren't, but you're saying that now, and it appears you've been rejected. It appears you tried to make it a relationship, and now you really know for sure you're not in one. So to say, oh, I wasn't in a relationship or anything, mentally, she was at least 3/4 of the way there, whether she should have been or not.
But, you know, like starting to hear myself say, like, oh, I'm going to be spending half my time here, half my time there.
Yeah.
I just miss my place, you know, like, no, I can't do that, honestly.
You would have done that in a heartbeat. I don't think you can do that. I think it was a terrible idea. I'm in a weird position here where, because I feel she's absolutely lying, I'm saying, well, clearly that's not true. But at the same time, I'm so glad she's not with him. Like, it was such a horrible situation. Like, I'm so glad she now seems to be like, oh no, it's not going to happen. But at the same time, bitch, we know. We can see through what you're saying here. But can you imagine if she actually had gone through with it?
I mean, I think that obviously the sex was very good, but that's just, I think I've had enough sex now to last me a freaking another 10 years, so I'm good. Another 10 years.
She did have an itch to scratch.
Yeah. I left my big pillow there too. Oh well.
So again, question. If you had had this realization and decided, no, it wasn't for you, why did you take the big pillow? What conversation did you have over the stew? This isn't adding up, as Zachary Michaels would say. I have no calculator, that's his bit, but this feels like two distinctly separate parts that don't match.
So, I think, I don't really want to talk about the details, you know, I'm sure you guys understand why.
We do, but not for the reasons you think we do. She's like, I don't want to talk about the details because reaction channels will get it straight away. Yeah, we will. But she doesn't want to talk about the details because the details don't match what she's telling us. Now, I think she's absolutely right. It would be fantastic of her to focus on herself for a while, focus on making healthier choices that preferably did not include THC because she also tends to rely on that a lot. But this sounds like something she's convinced herself of after having had option A taken away.
No, there's no fight or anything. I just, I feel bad about leaving. Like and I don't want to go back there and be like, oh, try to convince
Where's
me
my
to stay.
TV?
And I hate that, so I just want to.
Wait.
Better to just stay away.
Did she just say convince me to stay? I gotta go back and check that. Hang on. Because I was talking over it.
I don't want to go back there and be like, oh, try to convince me to stay. And I hate that, so I just want to.
Yeah, she did say me. not to be unduly unkind, but I don't think you're in danger of that happening. That doesn't seem to be the situation you're in. And also, she would live to have someone beg her to stay. She lives for it. Like when she was there and the dude threw the 50 at her, that whole situation, her interpretation of the argument they had afterwards was they were fighting over me. That's a huge boost to her ego. She would love someone to beg her. So the fact that she's like, oh no, better stay away because, you know, no way, no.
Better to just stay away. You know?
Yes, better to stay away, but not for that reason.
Don't go back, yeah. More motivation for Eurobees, yeah.
Oh, I mean, she doesn't seem convinced. Eurobees is never happening, but she had deleted her apps. She deleted, not Twitter, what is it? What's it called? She deleted the app that she met him on. Was it Tinder? Jesus Christ. I was like, Twitter, Twitch, brain, stop. She deleted Tinder and she deleted Plenty of Fish for this guy because she was like, I felt like a piece of meat and now I've got someone, you know? She didn't actually say now I've got someone, but the implication was there in the way she was talking. So she's deleted, like she already told us she stopped talking to Croatian guy. So she's not getting excited about Eurobees because one, she's got no one to visit except for maybe Lewis, was it? Her mod? And two, there's no way she's going to get herself to the point where she can go Eurobees-ing.
I caught up on sleep today.
Yeah, that doesn't seem great for your schedule.
I've just been drinking water. But
that's good.
There's not really anything to talk about. I mean, there's a lot of like really personal things I learned about him and I don't want to talk about out of respect for him, but...
Can we stop with the out of respect for him? Because you had a solid half a dozen live streams about him where you told us all sorts of things. And the only reason you deleted the taco one is because you'd shown him your channel and then you were like, oh, I was really critical of him here because you were pretending to understand what we were telling you. And you were like, oh no, I recognize the red flags. And so you deleted it. We know a ton of shit about him. And we know it because you shared the most intimate details with us. Without his knowledge, without checking it was okay. So to be like, oh, I want to respect his privacy. No. I'm sorry. There's no way this is true. They were fuck buddies. She built a castle in the air in her imagination of what they were going to be. She brought up the opportunity, she brought up the idea, and he shot her down. If she had made the decision herself, she wouldn't be like this. They were not in a long-term relationship. This wasn't like, oh, it hurts, but it's for the best. They'd known each other, 4 days?
We're just not going to be lifestyle compatible. And I don't want to jeopardize my lifestyle. I don't want to jeopardize my future plans.
Jeopardize? What do you mean?
And get serious with anybody, and that's what he wants. He's very serious, like just already like, do you love me and stuff like that? And I'm just like, it's like 5 days, like no, I.
Considering you were calling his place a second residence, I would say you were overly serious about him. I don't think the problem here is that he was too clingy.
Yeah, I just can't, my eyes are red, I know. I don't know why. I just don't feel like myself, like they're really red and I'm tired. I don't feel healthy. I just want to get back to feeling good, like going on my walk. Hi, sweetie! Going on my walks.
That would be great. Go on your walks. And maybe take your medicine and get your leg checked and sleep with your CPAP machine. Maybe you'd be less tired if you were getting better quality sleep. You just said you slept all day, which isn't going to be great for you mentally, but there's a lot of things you could be doing and I would love to see you do.
Do I have time to take a shower?
Yeah.
Alright.
Go for it.
Even if the food gets here before I'm done?
Yeah, I'll go get it.
Oh, I was about to say, what's he worried about? It's delivery. And I was like, is she going to eat his portion if he showers? No. That was an unkind thought of mine. She'll go get it. So he's just checking she's okay to move from the couch to the bottom of the stairs. All right.
Exactly, Death Valley. Like, I don't have time to somebody that's like, I feel bad because I know he just really needs somebody right now, but I just can't. I can't be with somebody that's needy. Like, I can't, no matter how mean that sounds.
Sorry, glass houses, stones, shrapnel everywhere. I don't know what line of crap he was feeding her. I think the manipulation level on his part was extremely high. I don't know if he was making a bid for sympathy. I don't know what was going on here, but something is clearly not straight in this story.
Right now, because I have my own life, like...
That you were ready to give up for him in a heartbeat.
But, anyway.
You were going to be waiting at home for him.
No, nobody's moving out. I'm staying here with Pete.
Not for lack of trying.
Fat? Arm fat? Sagging, look at it. It's sagging even more. Oh my god. Look at that. Oh no. I'm gonna have to get this chopped off. Hurry up.
Hardcore. Do it.
Look at it. It wasn't like that before, was it? Oh my god.
I can't remember. I can't remember what it was like before.
It's deflated. Oh no. I got wings. This one is less deflated. Not as fat, look. Lopsided arms.
I'm not sure I can tell the difference, but it will happen. Regardless, like if she loses the weight, her body's gonna look like melted cheese. Like she's gonna need skin surgery. But in terms of problems to have, dealing with the loose skin is better than dealing with being overweight.
Emmeline, focus on you, love. Here's to bees in Europe. Thank you, Emmeline.
I feel the same way about Eurobees as I do. I hate the fact that I'm just using that in a sentence now. Oh, yeah. We'll keep going. I feel the same way about Eurobees as I did about her Dominican Republic trip. In that I would really like to see her do it. If it were the motivation that she could use to get herself in the kind of state she would need to be to really take advantage of that as a trip, I would be flying the flag for it. Like, if that's the goal you want to have to get yourself healthy, please go on a European trip. But we saw this with the Dominican Republic and we'll see it here. It won't be enough. It's too far away, and the whole advantage, the whole inspiration for that trip was basically sleeping her way around Europe, which again, COVID notwithstanding, let's assume it would take a while for her to get into the state where she could enjoy it and COVID would be under control at that point and blah, 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 blah. Then, you know what? Do it. COVID notwithstanding, go and do it if that's what you need to have ready and waiting for you as a reward for getting healthy. But we didn't see it with Dominican Republic and we're not going to see it here.
My daily meds, yeah. Yeah, I haven't been
taking them. She hasn't been checking her sugars. She hasn't been taking her meds. She didn't go to a skin biopsy. Presumably, she hasn't spoken to her psychologist, therapist, whoever for many a moon. And, she hasn't done any of the things. So, frankly, how she's still standing upright at this point, I don't know.
I just haven't been focusing on
standing
on myself and my health, and I've been neglecting a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm so hungry.
No, you're not. She's not hungry. She just said, oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, wait, am I? No, I feel a bit sick. She's not hungry. I'll tell you what, this whole fever dream of a week has actually made me think of. It feels like this past 5-6 days, whatever it's been, I know the number keeps changing because I'm not sure. It feels like this was a fast food funeral, just without the food. It feels like whatever part of the brain the fast food funeral fulfills, she was doing it, but she was doing it with dick and drugs. Like, that's what this feels like. And now she's woken up from this past few days, and that feeling the day after you've overindulged, whatever you're overindulging on, where you just feel like crap and the harsh light down, you're like, no, we got to do the thing now. That's where she is right now.
No, I don't feel sad. A little bit, but not really. Like, I just feel, I'm okay. Like, I feel like, good about my decision, you know?
I don't think it was your decision. I don't. Sorry if that's mean. I don't believe it.
Yeah, we got to get back to friggin' everything. We got to get back to walking. We got to get back to videos. Got to get back to,
Give me a pre-recorded video. For the love of God, give me a pre-recorded video. Please. Just the regular routine of life.
My goals.
Just
sleeping. Yeah, I don't sleep good if I'm not at my house, you know?
Because you don't wear your CPAP machine.
You know.
Why does she have to dig in her nose after every blow?
Miss my cats? Like, I can't leave my cats. It's just, I'm not...
You were willing to.
I'm going to try to eat better.
You've got 2 people's worth of Greek food coming.
As a result, but...
Eating better will not make you gain your weight back. Eating more will make you gain your weight back. But eating a good quality food at reasonable times in reasonable portions is not going to make you gain your weight back. But you don't mean that. You mean I'm going to try and eat more frequently of the same crap I've been eating.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Sheer boredom, for sure. Getting all kinds of tests done.
Good idea. Yeah, why not?
Elvin
Save our own lives.
Did you order some new workout clothes, shoes yet? And can we get a try them all? Yes, I did. And they should be here soon, I'm assuming.
Assume that's the torrid haul she's been saying.
I ordered some
with
shoes,
all the underwear.
I ordered some clothes. I ordered lingerie, which I won't really need.
You can be sexy for yourself. You may have no one to show them to at this point, and please, for the love of God, don't show them to us. But if they make you feel sexy and good wearing them, wear them. It's okay.
Because by the time I use it again, it'll probably be too big.
Let's hope. Let's be optimistic and hope.
Sex was fun, I'm not going to lie. I mean, it was like,
I have
nausea.
I had a lot of problems with some of the things she was telling us. She doesn't have a particularly healthy view of sex in general. We've seen, true or not, we've seen from her TMI stories, like, even if the stuff is imaginary, the fact that you would imagine that and think it was sexy is concerning. But she thinks it was good. I'm generally sex positive in the sense of you want to do what you want with the body, go. But there were so many issues with what she was telling us, I'm having trouble being happy for her.
Did he like the stew? He did, yeah. Yeah.
So when did you have the conversation? Because this seems like an awkward evening. I'm guessing from how her face dropped then, and then she buried her face in her cat again. Her cat here, I'm sorry, the freeze frame. If the cat could swipe away, just be like, no! That is what his expression says right there. But maybe they got talking over dinner because the memory of that just seemed to deflate her a lot. Get off me, woman.
She loves it! She loves it!
That's what she's looking for, an escape route.
I'm not okay. I'm not back to my normal self yet, that's for sure. I feel a bit weird. Like, I feel unhealthy. So...
Spoiler alert, that's your normal self.
I think once I get some decent pattern back in my life, sleeping, back on,
that would be positive,
on my
yes,
medications.
Please do. I can't... Someone tell me why she stopped her medications during all of this. Was it just because she didn't want to take them to his house and she was spending so much time over there? Was that it? Because, I mean, it's stupid just to stop. Aside from the fact that they are doing you good, there are reasons you have to take them. Like, the consequence of just coming off them is... These aren't just Smarties you're eating. Like, there's a purpose to them. They have an impact on you.
See my doctor and stuff. Get back to walking, eating healthier.
That'd be nice. I'm pro all these things.
I think I'll start to feel better,
I'm sure it would feel much better than what you've been doing.
Chat was so quick. I know. What is Sam's personality? You guys know what he looks like. Or he's like?
I was about to say, not reading too much into this and into how you've been describing the people you've been with, but his personality and how he looks are not the same thing.
Well, he's got a chubby-oos personality. Come here, Sam. Chubby-oos. Where are toys? Chubby-oos. Two-beige legs. Are you two-beige legs? Oh, I got two-beige legs. Ooh. Ooh. Hi. Hi. Food, 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 food. That's all of it. Food, food, food. Hamburger eyes.
I know this is something that's commonly mentioned, but when you consider her videos from a few years ago and how she articulated her thoughts, and you consider how she speaks now, it's certainly been a rough old downhill slide, hasn't it?
I ordered the bald and the beautiful. Oh my god, that's us. Look at me and BBJ.
I think that's the point they were making, darling.
Are we bald, BBJ?
That was very much where they were going with that.
I know if when I lose more weight, my body's gonna look like a friggin' dough factory.
Like a melted candle.
It's not just how it looks, it's how it feels. Doesn't feel good having all this, like, stuff all over, you know?
It will feel so much better. The thing with loose skin, if you really do get to that point, is you can hide it with clothes, you can tuck it into places. Sorry, I know this is kind of gross, but you know, practical concerns. It feels so much better because yes, ultimately surgery is the way to remove it, but your body is so much easier to move around even with loose skin. Like, I wanted to experience that. I really do.
Skin removal. Weight training probably does help some, yeah, for sure.
Fun fact, it doesn't actually help with your skin at all. Weight training can make you leaner. It can make your muscle tone more visible and you can make you stronger. And if you're having actual surgery, if you get to the point of surgery, it can be helpful because the more you build your muscle mass, the less fat you've got under your skin, the more they can remove, the less they've got to work around. So weight training is all really good for that. But for the actual elasticity of your skin, there's very little you can do for it. Long term, you can take care of your skin and keep it in good condition, which she doesn't really do. But when it comes to the elasticity, the main factors for what is going to affect whether your skin will recover from heavy weight loss or not is just going to be how long you were fat. In that case, think of a balloon. If you think of, you blow up a balloon for 30 seconds and you let it go and the balloon more or less recovers. You blow up a balloon for a week and you let it go and the balloon usually stays out of shape once it's deflated. Skin does exactly the same thing. And how stretchy your skin is will depend how long you leave that much fat into it. And essentially your genetics. Some people don't have as much. Some people lose the same amount of weight and have a lot. So there's not a huge amount she can do to prevent it, with especially with how she holds her weight, because she holds it so far front.
Baklava. Need it now. Need it now.
I don't think you need it, and I don't think you need it now. Unpack your food.
Beauty bite.
And her diabetes just cried. It'd kill you to close your mouth. Slopping.
God. Never ends.
Yeah. God, that's so much food.
Alright. Is there enough things?
Rubbish to the side, on the floor, I guess.
Grape leaves. Oh my god, I love these things.
So she had...
Let's put some lemon on it.
Did she put out 5 packages there? Like, one of those is going to be for Pete's, but the rest?
Yeah, I could get my pillow back if I wanted to.
But would you really want to show face there again after whatever conversation you had?
No.
Is it that important? I mean, you could, but would you want to?
Oh, here's my pita. Look at this. Chicken souvlaki pita.
Okay, so what are the other 3 boxes?
Oh my god. This looks so... This is the tzatziki and pita. Only 3 olives, I know. Like, excuse me? Okay, and this is gonna be pizza's food. Pork souvlaki with potatoes.
That's decent.
Alright. And then this, what is this?
She's licking her fingers and
Oh
putting
my
it all
God.
over the box of his food. Jesus, that's a big old salad. Okay, so that enormous salad, which I'm fine with, eat all the salad you want, but that salad, the grape leaves, there were a box of what, 10 there? The pita with chicken, the pita with the tzatziki, and that's for her. And then pizza's got pork and potatoes. Like, man.
That's what I want. I've been craving salad, and the pizza has his own little salad here.
It's
No,
salad
but
and
eat it.
like half a block of feta, which is gonna tear her
Oh
stomach.
my god, that looks so good. I need
And
a
all
fork,
the
though.
tzatziki as well.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's a tomato.
Oh my god. That's so good. I need to wash forks.
Or, you know, just fingers. What? Did we not in the last video get her unloading the dishwasher? What's happened to all her clean cutlery?
How am I supposed to eat this? Like, I'm curious.
Eat what?
It's, look at this.
Oh, like, Jesus. I mean, theoretically it's a flatbread. You're meant to pick it up and eat it like that. I've done you wrong with the freeze frame. Sorry, darling. But something that size, yeah, get some cutlery. Get up, go to your kitchen, wash a fork if it's that much of a problem, and use some cutlery. Clearly this isn't going to work and it's going to be gross. Yeah. I'm going to skip through the eating, excuse me, just see if she says anything, because I don't want to deal with this.
I gotta get some forks. Hi, Pete.
Hi, yes.
Do we have any clean forks?
Don't think so.
Want to clean us too?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, what a
That's
shock.
nice of you.
You could wait until he brings the clean fork. You could.
I got you pork souvlaki and potatoes.
Pork.
Honey.
God, it's everywhere. It has been a while since I've seen her full mukbanging, and I know she hasn't called this a mukbang, but she's clearly making a return to food right now. Oh, my tolerance is too low. I need to build it back up.
Oh, it's me. I'm tired. I slept all day.
I'm tired too because I worked all day.
Burn.
So I did actually, I didn't feel well this morning when I first got up, so I actually got called in sick for 3 hours, for the first 3 hours.
Oh, so
Like
you
a
didn't
cold?
work all day then? No burn. No burn here. God, her fingers are so encrusted. And then she licks them, and then she
Pete's
doesn't
looking
wash
fly.
them.
Pete looks like meatloaf.
No, he doesn't. But he would do anything for love.
Apparently I just look like everybody.
Jesus, meatloaf.
I'm still talking to that woman on Tinder.
Are you?
That's nice
good.
for him.
Yeah. We talk for at least a little bit every night.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We probably won't be chatting tonight because apparently she has like a 13-hour shift today.
Oh, that sucks for him.
Ew.
Or not shift, but she was figuring today would be a 13-hour workday.
Oh shit.
Big project.
That's awesome though that she's like got a good job and stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Would a 13-hour workday be considered good? I don't know. That was quite the bite. I'm not sure I can handle how close she is to the camera right here.
When she said she was expecting to work for 13 hours, my first reaction was, ew.
Yeah, well, you've got the one that just woke up after being asleep all day, and you've got him who called in for the first half of his day. Now, headaches can be debilitating. I'm not saying he didn't have a legit reason and blah, 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 but yeah, it does show them both in quite harsh relief, doesn't it?
And then I offered my condolences.
Just salt the wound, Pete.
Yeah.
Don't want to give any more information about the woman, just because.
Yeah, don't.
Oh, good plan. Good plan, don't share.
Because some weirdo would try to track her down.
100%
Some
yes.
weirdo?
Someone
Weirdos.
would.
Mm-hmm.
Do not share that information, that poor woman.
You know, a lot of the people who hate you are probably something like, oh, he's being paranoid, but nobody would go to that effort.
They totally would. Like, don't share it.
There are some assholes on Kiwi farms who would absolutely go to that extent.
Yep. I mean, they've messaged my family and shit, so I mean, like, get a fucking life.
That seems like it's
So
going a bit
definitely
far,
would.
so...
No.
Yeah, they would. I mean, you put her out on blast if you told anyone her name or
That's what they
anything.
live for.
They would track her down. They don't... I wouldn't say they live for it. I'd say they do it. But, yeah, they
I
would.
did call my mom on her birthday.
Good. She deserves that.
Funnily enough, the woman I talked to on Twitter was the one who reminded me.
So you'll talk to her, but not your
Like,
mum?
"Oh, I hope you
Nice.
call your mom," and I'm like, oh shit.
Hi, Jinx.
For all this situation would be a big one to explain, I kind of hope he gets on and finds someone in this woman from Tinder. Like, that'd be nice for him, I think. Going and actually having, like, a separate relationship. I'm thinking this would be a positive thing. I have good hopes for that.
Nah, I don't think I want to get married.
It's a little early to be deciding, so don't worry about it. Like, if you don't, you don't, but,
Nah, I don't FaceTime.
yeah, it's early.
We need to get back into the swing of things here.
Mm-hmm.
Right, pizza? Yum! Food! I haven't been hungry like this in a little while.
That'll be your emotions. Wipe your mouth, please, with something other than your hand,
full
please.
of cock instead.
How daring, Pete. But technically, yes.
Not me.
I'm so glad that fork is going to good use. So glad you made him wash it. It's on
Oh,
your nose! What are you doing?
I'm a virgin.
Maybe I was thinking of your cat. I know she's a slut.
What happened to no slut shaming on this
Hygiene.
channel? Oh, do not wipe your mouth with
You
that
called out
tissue.
her sluttiness way more than I.
She just dug into her nose and then wiped her mouth with it. That is a thing that just happened.
I'm tired of men. Men are tiring.
Oh, the kind of men you
They
go
are.
with. Jesus, Pete.
We really, really are.
Speaking of mouthfuls, Pete. How you
Honestly, I don't
feeling?
know how women put up with us.
How women put up with you?
Mm-hmm.
I think actually, I'm not sure what she's about to say, but actually, he was referring to men as a group, not him specifically. So please, whatever you're about to say next, don't be too unkind.
Oh. It depends how good the D is. I'm just joking.
You're not joking at all. I really thought
Which
she was
I
going
will
to
miss,
say
honestly.
something nasty about him, then I'm glad she didn't.
So fun. Maybe later. You know.
What, are you done with the boy toy?
Uh-huh.
He's done with her.
You do something to piss you off, or just bored with him?
I don't think either of those.
I'll tell you the story later.
Okay.
So there is a story here, just not one she's gonna come off well in. Because she sounds so defeated here. You know, like, clearly this was not her choice. We'll see. I mean, if she goes back to the THC, she'll get high and tell us the story at some point anyway. But clearly something stings here.
I'm sorry for being a bitch to you the other day.
You really were.
You were in a mood.
I kind of wish he wasn't so willing to excuse it. Yes, she was in a mood, but at the same time, he kind of didn't deserve it. So, you know.
You didn't deserve me snapping at you.
She's
Look,
been
I
told
have
since.
way near things to you.
No.
This is actually like, this is what I was saying though, like with long-term friendships particularly, you do tend to throw shit at each other. Like that is an element in my friendships anyway. Me and my friends are shit talkers. So there can be an element of that, but she's feeling quite defeated. It's making her not share, but maybe reflect slightly. And a lot of people have given her feedback, shall we say, on how she was treating Pete. So she's saying something. It's kind of nice she's saying it, however sincere it is or isn't. But I wish he'd be more willing to call her out. But he has said he is incredibly anti-confrontation. He'll talk a lot of shit on the internet, but in terms of in-person confrontation, he won't do it. So it's just not his personality. He won't.
Are you apologizing because people yelled at you for what you said?
Yep.
Because I got a couple of tweets being like, oh, Chantal's so mean to you.
That's exactly why she's doing it.
But that's just like, it's fine, she was in a mood. It happens.
Doesn't mean it should.
I felt bad after.
Well, he's getting an apology anyway. That's a good thing. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
I don't need defending from her. Yeah, I appreciate the sentiments, but if she snaps at me or something, it's fine. I don't need defending from her.
Just one of those situations where I wish things were different.
Well, does she mean the Pete situation, or does she mean the situation that got her angry there? I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about Pete saying I don't need defending from her. On one hand, he's a grown-ass man and he has known her half his life. So, you know, you take what you're willing to take. But on the other, I kind of wish he'd snap back occasionally. But like I said, it's not his personality.
Like, I would probably want to be with him, but I can't.
Oh, okay. So it was, sorry, that answers my question. It's about the other dude, but it's more and more, yeah, definitely she broke it up. I want to be with him, but I can't.
Does he have a secret wife in his attic?
Maybe a body in his attic. I don't know about a secret wife.
No.
He's less Rochester and more Bluebeard at this point, dude.
Can I save this salad even if there's a little bit of dressing on it?
Probably.
I don't think it will taste that good, but give it a go. Say better than wasting it.
This is why you don't get involved
Oh,
when you have goals.
To be fair, you weren't involved in the way that you seem to imply right here. You were having sex. You wanted to be involved. And to say when you have goals, plenty of people have personal goals and still manage relationships. You don't have to. If you're saying, no, this is going to take 100% of my energies, then fair enough. You get to make that decision. And I realize me arguing against this makes it sound like I'm not saying that, you know? So it is a weird position to be in. But you could do both. I don't think you should be with this guy. You could do both. You don't have to if you don't want to. But to say here like, oh, we've lost this great love story because I have my own goals. I think a healthy relationship allows for both parties involved to have goals. This was not a healthy relationship. This wasn't even really a relationship. But I don't agree with your reasoning.
Fucks everything up.
No, it doesn't. There are plenty of things that fuck things up. I don't think you having goals do it.
Fucks everything up.
My God, what happened? I want to know. She's being weird right now. Clearly not what she said, but something went down.
But no, mostly it's just Manitoba is just a super boring province.
That's where she lives?
He told you that. He told you that in the live day before yesterday?
I've told you that.
Yeah. She doesn't listen when he talks. It's just an excuse for her to eat food, so she has him talk on
I tried to
camera.
apply for a library job in Winnipeg once. Didn't get it.
I remember him telling us that. Look at her face right now. Pete's, get your hand out the way. That food has not soothed the beast, and the beast being her emotions at this point, not her. Usually food makes her feel better. Hunger wasn't the problem, food isn't the answer. And she doesn't know what to do with that. She doesn't know what to do with that at all, and she never has, which is why we've just seen her spiral, because food has always been the answer.
Yeah, I eat like a pig because I'm freaking hungry.
You said you weren't. You said you weren't sure and you felt
Danielle.
sick.
The fuck?
You eat like a pig because you eat like a pig.
Am I gonna become a librarian? Oh, are you? Or me? What?
That was my goal. But
Look how ill she
couldn't get
looks
a
like
job
she
in Seattle.
feels.
It's been like 8 years since I graduated, so
I think she feels really sick right now.
for 7 years.
I think that food's made her feel bad. It's doing her
So my
wrong.
skills are out of date by now.
That was not hunger. Her body didn't want that. She didn't need to eat at all. Look at her. She looks like she's about to pass out. Or throw up.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
We didn't need to know.
Want me to get up?
No, I can move the table out. Well, rad chick, just sent you an email, girl. Thank you.
She'll never check it. She never does.
I don't feel like myself right now.
You're in a food coma.
Alright, I miss hanging out with you guys and having fun.
I feel like those are two separate things. She hangs out with us a lot, but having fun doing it, She's been quite angry the last few days because we haven't been appreciating her sexy new boyfriend the way she wanted us to. And now this. So I can believe she misses having fun.
Thanks, guys. Am I possessed? Maybe.
Yeah, that's the problem. Done.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
And there is a clip for you.
Renee!
Slight kind of side note, I suppose. You know when people were coming in there and saying, I can't believe you believe this. I can't believe you think she's actually got a guy and all the rest of it. When she was talking about him, she had all the details. Should she have shared those details? No. Did she exaggerate? Probably. But she was able to tell the story. When you compare that with this live stream, where she's being very vague, where she won't fill in details, where she's like, oh yeah, I don't know, I'm not myself, oh, something, yeah, she doesn't have details to hand because she is lying, because she is trying to cover up what really happened. And there's the difference. She is not a good liar. She can't sustain it. She doesn't think it through. So we're seeing lies here, but the dude, for all some of it was exaggerated, the basic facts I think were solid. Well, as solid as the lies he told her were. Like the basic facts was what she had been told.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna be stuck with you here every day? Jeez.
Well, that'll make a big difference.
Yeah, my cats will be happy, eh?
Yeah. Okay, they're gonna be super happy. This turd especially.
They called her the bald and the beautiful.
They didn't call her the bold and the beautiful. They called you the bold. They called her the beautiful.
Jeez, we're at almost 2,500,
I know.
Man, she is just on a slow down.
God.
Look at that food hit her. She's just like,
I have
oof.
not tried Kit Kat sake.
I just feel, I don't know. I feel out of it. Like, I can't explain it.
Yeah. I get there. I'm like that a lot.
Eat some more, see if it helps. Don't think it will. It didn't help 10 minutes ago, but try it.
I'm nice to my mom. It's just that I always forget. Mother's Day.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not much fun today. What are you doing, Sam? He needs a haircut. You need a haircut and you need a real job. Yes.
Glass houses.
Why, that's what you need? I gotta get off of here because I don't feel good. I think I'm gonna go to bed. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully better. See you tomorrow, okay?
Probably just her depression acting up, so would be my guess.
Mixture of things. Mixture.
So, yeah, I
I was about to say it happens. It does happen. Here's the thing. She hasn't been taking her antidepressant meds for the last few days because she stopped taking everything the last few days. I think she mentioned it either in the stew live stream or the one before. So in terms of getting back to things, that's another thing you got to do, and cycling off them without talking to a doctor and without checking on a dosage and all of that is bound to have an impact. More to the point, I think she's got the issue of she was expecting the food to make her feel better. Like, okay, I've had this problem. I've had, let's say, breakup for want of a better word. And so I'm going to eat because eating makes me feel better. Except she was already feeling sick and she didn't want the food, and the food didn't make her feel better because you saw immediately after she finished eating and it all hit her, she just kind of slowed down. It all hit her and it didn't help. Now, I'm just going to stop the video here. Okay. I could see, given that whether it's realistic for her to be disappointed that this hasn't worked out or not, she's disappointed. Yeah, and it's okay is the wrong word, like I have the right to give her permission. But whether the relationship was what she built it in her head or not, it's now over and she's sad, and that's an emotion and she's a human and she gets to have it. You know, justified or not, she gets to have it. But I think we're now going to see a return to mukbangs for a while because she said she doesn't have any more THC right now. So I think we're going to see a return to mukbangs she's going to order some more THC, I would guess, and then we're going to have to see which one holds the most sway, because so long as she's on the Ozempic, and we'll see what the doctor says when she says she wants to go off of that, so long as she's on the Ozempic, the food won't satisfy her, but now she doesn't have the man, which only really leaves the drugs. And the real answer, of course, would be therapy as a long-term solution, but hey, guess what she's not willing to do. So I think the next few days are going to be messy. I think she's going to be trying to find whatever will replace the coping mechanism she has had for the last few days, and how much damage that does, we will see. Okay, I'm going to go cut this down and I will talk to you all again soon. Bye-bye.